right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hawkridge Systems SIMULIA seminar series. Today we're going to be talking about 3D Experience's perfect package solution with a focus on SIMULIA. And we have with us today Walid Darkoud from Dassault Systems. He's the perfect package solution director. Walid joined Dassault Systems in 2006 from the Matrix 1 acquisition, where he was a senior project manager. Walid holds an MBA from Bologna Business School in Italy. He has more than 15 years of consulting experience in consumer goods industry with expertise in customer engagement for transformation and deploying innovation projects. And over the last 3 years, Walid is leading the consumer group, CPG, and the retail industry solution experience with focus on building dedicated solutions around packaging and formula design and optimization, product development and manufacturing, product distribution and availability on shelf by leveraging Dassault Systems products. That said, good morning, Walid.
Good morning, everybody. Okay, thank you all. And I will give you an overview today about the perfect package industry solution experience from Dassault Systems with focus more on the simulation part. So first of all, packaging plays a critical role in driving consumer packaged goods and retail sales. It's important to start from this point because today consumer packaged goods, they increase their sales thanks also to packaging. So Dassault Systems has worked to create a packaging experience to redesign packaging to win at shelf. So the integrated solution allows teams of our customers to collaborate together to create breakthrough design and allow for rapid iteration from initial discovery to design to simulation. And if I want to give you an overview about some challenge that you have to keep in mind and why simulation is key. So the main challenge, so today consumer packaged goods are facing, I would say, cost and challenge, which can be for us opportunities or trends in the same times. I will focus a lot on the profit pressure and cost containment. So basically, it's important for CPG company to increase their profitability. Every company need to increase and to increase their sales. So for them, for the consumer packaged goods, for them, increase profitability by introducing new innovative product to win at market and to win market share by driving internal margin or cost containment as well. So it's key for them also to maintain the cost. So reducing material cost by substituting them with other materials. So if we think about a bottle of water, reducing the quantity of material we are using, we are increasing the margin of the product while containing the cost. So it's key simulation for this customer to use virtual simulation in order to improve their product. Another challenge that we are facing more and more CPG company, it's about new trends. New trends in the new consumer. So more and more today we are seeing the CPG company or brand manufacturer putting the consumer in the heart of their decision making. So basically, taking the insight from the consumer, it's key today. So how to be connected to the consumer, but also consumer today is asking a lot for personalized product. He always online, he can share and he can put picture about product damage and so on and so on. And this consumer packaged goods doesn't like to have let's say, a bad image around their product. So at the end, the packaging is the first things that we see. So it's important for them to start thinking about improving their packaging, improving their material, and so on and so on. Another point which is key in the CPG customer, it's the health and wellness. So more and more today as a trend, consumer is looking for health and wellness products. Consumer packaged goods also invest in health and wellness. Wellness means also reduction of an environmental impact. So more and more, this each company in CPG have a report or sustainability report in order to fit this kind of requirements. So they have to justify in the market how they are reducing the package, the impact of CO2 in the atmosphere, and this goes by how to reduce the packaging and the waste of packaging. So it's important for them to equip themselves with simulation tool in order to predict the behavior of their product, and also to use simulation to drive design decision. But it's not finished, because today brand manufacturers are also having other challenge, which coming from the small brand. More and more we see local brands increasing, and they have like new products that can be more innovative. So it's important for consumer packaged goods to be always competitive and always innovate their packaging, innovate their product at any time in order to compete against these small brands. And also about being about e-commerce. So more and more we see the consumer behavior is to buy online, and this means going online. That means for consumer packaged goods to ship product to the consumer, and the product need to be shipped and need to be delivered without any deformation. So it's important for them now. It's a new way for them to understand how they want to ship the product to their customer, but in the same time, am I using the right material? Am I reducing my carton? I'm increasing my carton. Everything will be translated into or cost, reducing cost, or increasing the damage of the product. So there is a trade-off that they need to take decision around the shipping of their product. So how to optimize the shipping part. And more digital technology, it's becoming key. More and more we listen about customers. So if you go to, and we see our customers, more and more they have a digital transformation project inside their company, which about linking all the development from design to shelf. So today, if we are talking about our portfolio in CPG market, so today in the 3D experience enable managing of the packaging development. So thanks to Perfect Package, it's about also product development. So we do manage also formulation, and there is also in formulation some optimization where we can use simulation to optimize the recipe. Same for the laboratory, another solution where we digitalize the lab. And then the platform will manage the manufacturing process and to execute and to perform the execution of the production, and to master the supply chain, both inbound and outbound, thanks to Perfect Value Chain. And finally, defining the winning merchandising strategy at shelf to achieve market success, thanks to Perfect Shelf. So this is today our portfolio, and everything based on the 3D experience platform. On top of the presentation of this illustration, you can see also different people participating in the product development process. So here you can see all the tunnel of ideation from idea to market, and you can see here different people participating and how the platform is connecting all these departments from different from the company, either internal or external. But today we will focus more on Perfect Package and how Perfect Package enable customers to optimize their packaging and to qualify their packaging. So when it comes to Perfect Package, so as I said before, packaging is playing a key role in driving the success or the failure of a product. So basically, the right packaging can move consumer to put and to select the product to put it in their basket when they are shopping. So a mistake like product deformation, bad usage, or stability, so this can cost millions of dollars to CPG company, because this is translated also into loss in sales. So even a perception of a consumer of a bad packaging will not buy again the same product again. This is important to keep in mind. So the CPG industry is under pressure always to improve the quality and reliability of their packaging. So while minimizing material cost, the environmental impact, and the processing time. So the Perfect Package industry solution experience that you can see here, it's about combining creativity and innovation to create the best design. So it's about a solution that an unified industrial design workflow solution for ideation, design, modeling. It's about artwork management, testing, and qualification to a complete visualization experience, while accelerating the team collaboration and improving the user experience and enhance brand equity. So Perfect Package industry solution experience will shorten package design cycle, will cut package material cost, and virtually eliminate the chance for recall. This is the main value that we are capturing at our customer. When we go more on perfect test, so the perfect test, which is an industry process of perfect package, will enable designer to simulate how a new package design will behave at every stage of its life cycle, which will result into lower cost, improved sustainability, and faster time to market, which are what consumer packaged goods are looking for, which important for them is time to market. You have to be first in the market. So today with Perfect Package, we are covering the entire packaging system. When I talk about packaging system, we are talking about the primary packaging, we are talking about secondary packaging, and the tertiary package. So the Perfect Package Industry Solution Experience covers the entire packaging system, and you can see we can cover different material of packaging or different typology of packaging, from rigid package, flexible package, carton package, and new types of packaging like shelf ready or shelf tray that you find more and more today at the retailer. So this is when I talk about perfect package, I'm able to redesign a complete workflow end to end, from design to validate my product inside the pallet and to test the vibration of the road. So here in this example, I'm able in perfect package to design a consumer unit, which in this case it's about a beer, and I can fill in this beer inside a trade unit or consumer unit with automatic automation, and then I build the tertiary package, and then I do a design of experiment to optimize my packaging through the fact that we can project and we can make available different parameters from our design. So we are able to optimize our packaging, and then we can go for package static simulation on a pallet, and then we can move also to a dynamic simulation with different physics, by injecting different vibration inside the simulation. So this is a typical example of perfect package and how it can be used today to help our customer to predict all mistakes or damage around their packaging, and everything is done virtually. So let's zoom a little bit more on the simulation. So we talk more and more about realistic simulation. So the realistic simulation is a simulation that is physically realistic, and you can see in this picture in the left, you can see the physical test, and we are able today to have the same behavior virtually. So this means for the CPG customer, that means I can eliminate the physical test and I can rely only on virtual testing. This means a lot of cost saving, a lot of time saving. And you can see here why realistic simulation is key. What it tells you. So realistic simulation, it improves your design. It can tell my product will leak. It can tell also how my product will break if I'm simulating a drop of 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters. It's also about performance of the packaging. It can tell you also if I am weighting my packaging, can I reduce again material and so on. So basically, realistic simulation is about decision making, help you to take the right decision, and how simulation can help you in the design at early stage, not at the final stage of the design. So it becomes integrated part of the early design. So when it comes to simulation, think about how much it costs for building a physical test today. And trust me, when you try to build a physical test, a pallet test, you need to allocate the resource, you need to allocate the people, you need to plan it, and so on. So it takes time. So today, with virtual simulation, things can be hours. And we can do it every time, while sometimes physical tests require some specific condition, atmosphere condition or specific condition in the lab. But virtual simulation, we can apply this behavior virtually inside the computer. And also it's about, you can run simulation every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days, during all the year, while when you do physical tests, you need to plan it. So this is what about, and key and important, when you do a physical test, when there is a breakage or a fail, the test will never tell you why it has been breaked. While when you do a virtual testing, you can see the impact, and you can have answer on why it didn't work, what are the elements that was leading to a breakage, and you can analyze them to improve your packaging. So it's important that virtual testing help you to understand your packaging and improve your packaging. Physical test, never, once it fails, it's failed. So as you can see, all this is about timing, it's about cost, it's about quality. So we are combining with virtual testing and linking the time, the quality, and the cost. So we can go and address main challenge of our customer, which is time to market, going fast with reducing cost and with quality. So let's see some trends today in the CPG area. So there is two typical segments. So we have the brand manufacturer. So this brand manufacturer, they are interested to take a decision and to improve their packaging. They are not so expert on simulation, but they rely on their supplier, or they want to have simulation built into a black box. So, and then we have the packaging supplier. The packaging supplier, they are more interested on simulating and connecting the packaging with the machine, so complete end-to-end simulation, but it's also they can go even border on simulating also the machine. So we talk about virtual commissioning, and sometimes where I'm simulating the software also that is govern the entire machine, and also simulating the packaging within the machine. So this is today are two different trends that we are seeing more and more inside the market. And here an example, and you can go to our website and you can have here, I have selected for you, this is the a graphic where we are explaining how our simulation brings value to our customer with many KPI coming from our customers. So in this example, we are taking a journey of a packaging simulation. We are starting from a blow mold, the filling, conveying, capping, labeling to check if I have to apply the labeling before or after, and then I'm doing a casing, and finally I'm doing a palletization. You can go on our website, and every picture here you have a simulation, it runs, and you can see the result of simulation. But it's important also that you can see also some testimonial and some benefits, KPI of our customers coming from that are using the simulation from Perfect Package. So this is available, and you can access to it into our website. When it comes to simulation, we span entire life cycle, as I said before. So we talk about production. When it comes to production, there's different use case where we can apply simulation. It's about thermoforming, blow molding, plastic ejection. These are types of simulation that we are able, thanks to the 3D Experience platform, we are able to run them either on-premise or on cloud. In addition, also you can see here the product behavior, stability. So we are talking about the performance of the product when it comes to drop test, labeling, squeeze test. These are kind of tests that always, especially for the consumer packaged goods, they run a lot drop test. It's mandatory to pass your packaging through a drop test. Either it is a cardboard, or it is a bottle of glass, or it is a bottle of plastic. You need to run a drop test during your innovation process, or during the release of your product. And also sustainability, it's key. You can see how we can address lightweighting by reducing the material. So these are types of simulation that today we can run with the 3D Experience platform. So let's take some simulation examples, just to let you to give you some insight about what we are talking about. So here there is some simulation that I selected for you, and you can see here the blow molding. For instance, I can click on this blow molding test, and you can see. So blow molding, what is the value of blow molding? It's about eliminate bad design at early stage. It's about reducing the cost of prototyping, because I need to manufacture, I need to test it, so I can anticipate error before. It's about capture the realistic thickness distribution of the bottle after the blow molding. and also about optimize the shape to get the thickness distribution that meet all the criteria, in particular when I'm running a top load test. So this is an example of how we can run and perform a blow mold testing. Obviously, we have other examples like filling. So also here we are able to be, so in this case, it's a flexible pouch, and we are injecting, and you can see the deformation, and if the product, so we are able to simulate even the product interaction with the pouch, and to get a deformation in order to take decision around the design. So moving forward, I can show you again other tests. So basically here, the drop test I was explaining before. So use thin element analysis to guide the design decision. So we are able to build parametric drop test. In this case, the simulation is defined with the contact between the packaging assembly, as you can see, with the product inside, and the floor, the gravity, acceleration, and the initial speed. So basically the height of the drop test. So with this virtual test, we are able to validate the deformation of the element of the packaging, the acceleration on it, and also to see what's happening inside my packaging, how my product are moving, and so on. And I can take a decision around this drop test. Shall I decide to change the location of my product inside the box, and so on and so on. So it's all about decision making, but this is done early before even I produce the product physically. Moving again forward, other example of simulation. So here we are taking some example of the cardboard folding. So here we are trying to make two different simulations. So here in this case, there is two use cases. So we are trying to link between the design of the pack and the design of the machine. So you can see the interaction between the packaging and the machine. And we are simulating same design of the guide, but with different speed. So we want to see the impact, if my my package fold or not correctly, or we can do also different design of the guide with the same speed. So it's other ways. So in order to take decision and to improve either the line or the packaging. Another simulation is about the wrapping. So wrapping, it's important because so I need to make a simulation of the wrapping because I need to understand and to validate the height of the wrap fin that I'm using. It's also about compression, strength, and validate the integrity of the package. So I need to see what's happening even inside. Is my product deformed or not? So this is some example of simulation that today we are using, and we are able to help our customer in order to improve their product and their packaging. So here we are talking about the lightweighting use case. It's important. It's as I said before, many CPG company, it's in their sustainable report, they talk about lightweighting, and also by law you need to justify you are reducing your packaging. So it's important to understand that we can really help our customer to improve this. Rather than go with physical tests, we go with virtual tests. So in this case, we are trying to reduce the thickness, so thanks to the blow mold, and we are trying to apply a top load test in order to ensure that that the new thickness reduction of material fit the right requirement. So think about the saving that we are getting. So if we are taking we are able to save here about 17.8 gram saving by bottle. This means in terms of plant 100 million per year. This means economic of 200,000 of kilo resin savings in terms of cost. I'm buying less resin. That's mean saving $250,000 resin saving. As my truck will contain the same bottle but will have less weight, so approximately it's about 445 kilo less. So this is translated into less fuel. So it's about economic of in the fuel. It's also about less emission of CO2 in the atmosphere. So you can see just from a simple example how I'm reducing the thickness of my bottle and all the benefit that I'm getting and all the saving that I'm getting. But it's important to do a lightweighting, to make a top load around it in order to ensure that the experience, the consumer experience, is satisfied. So it's important to take the decision by simulation on the types of thickness that I want to reduce and type of material and cost saving that I want to get. Not always I can reduce every time because maybe I'm not satisfying some request, some requirement like usage or, as I said before, the consumer experience. So simulation helps you to take decision. Finally, I'm taking some example on the road. So every product need to be manufactured and need to be transported by road to certain point between production site or distribution center. So consumer goods are protected from shock and vibration encountered during the distribution using protective package. As you can see here, the film, and we are simulating also the behavior of the pallet and stability of the pallet. You have to know that CPG company, they run, so the pallet test is quite mandatory also. And generally, they also have tracks inside the roads to test physically a stability test of a pallet. I'm not saying here we will remove the stability test, but we can reduce the number of tests or track on the road to test the stability test. Another example, it's about the vibration. So you can see here we are doing a box compression test, and I'm able to understand what's happening inside my box, and it helps me also to take decision about how I will position my product inside the box. Shall I put some support? Shall I keep my product vertical? Shall I keep my product horizontal? So it helps to take decision also about the material and also about the disposition of the product inside the box. And you can see here in the video, you will see the product that the shampoo bottles, how they are distributed inside the box. So it will come, and this helps you to take the right decision and how to distribute the product to your retailer. So this is what I'm talking about. It's about how to take a decision in order to optimize the filling by running a box compression test, and you can take the decision if I'm putting my product vertical, horizontal, and so on. So more and more, this is the concern of packaging people inside the company. So I'm quite at the end of my presentation. I wanted to share with you some customer testimony. So we have our customer like Plastic Technology. They are using our simulation. So PTI, they use simulation, and they use realistic simulation of perfect package that has enabled them to reduce development costs, achieved faster time to market for their customer, and improve their design and production troubleshooting and diagnosing, giving it strong competitive edge. And the other example, it's about Amcor, where they are talking about their lightweighting. So they have weight their product. It's one of the key things that has sustained Amcor against competition. And thanks to simulation and computer-aided engineering with the PLM environment has been critical for them to achieve this kind of goals. So Amcor has reduced design cycle today by 50%, communication among its team, reducing the physical prototyping, and deliver lighter containers that use less plastic and improved time to market. So hope that the perfect package it's clear today and can help you really to improve and to optimize your packaging. So as a conclusion, I wanted to highlight that perfect package is about end-to-end solution of the packaging. It's based on a unique on the platforms. I can run from design, simulation, and take decision in the platform. simulation and design are integrated. I can capture and reuse all my standard. All what I'm doing are captured, so all my IP are available in the system. It's also about cost of lower the cost of shipping by optimizing the packaging filling. It's about decreasing the cost of damaged package during the transportation. It's about reducing carbon footprint of the supply chain. Realistic simulation span the entire range of products life cycle, and finally cut package design and material cost in half with virtual testing. Thank you, and I am available for a question.
Thank you, Waleed. I'm not seeing any new questions come through. We can hang out for a couple of minutes. For those of you who may not have seen the whole webinar, a link will be sent out. If you have peers who are interested in consumer packaging that you think that this would be interesting to, please do forward that link, or get in touch with Hawkridge Systems or myself, Glenn Compton. And do appreciate your time today, participating in our 30-minute webinar session. Well, there are no new questions, so I'm going to go ahead and thank you for your time, and thank you for the presentation, and end the presentation today. Thanks, everybody. Good day.